How old were you when you started cross country?
So many years.
6 years old, so you were a gremlin.
That's my gremlin.
The only one lucky enough this year that he got to run 4K. But I mean, I've said so much. He's one of those kids that on Thursdays has come up a few times and we've talked about him and I use him for examples. He led workouts one day and a lot of it had to do with, I was talking about Michaela and how something clicked and she went from being this gremlin who was just there running to being this gremlin who kind of figured it out and wants to compete. Well, he did that a long time ago, but another click happened for him this year where he was going to compete at a different level. And just watching him run, coach after coach would say to me like that it just looked like a different kid. All of us coaches, as we get older, our eyes aren't as good. And so, except for Seth, his eyes are 20/20. But when we're watching the kids at a distance, we can't necessarily see what their face look like, but we all know exactly who that kid is by the way they swing their arms or whatever. We know that form. And we wouldn't have known him because his running style completely changed. His stride opened up and he went from, if I could say, from a jogger to a runner. Like you were on there racing. Yeah, round of applause. It was amazing to see. And once again, I love to take credit for these things, but it has little to do with me and more to do with him. Something happened in him and he changed and he went after it. And I know a big difference in his running occurred because there's a little boy on the Chatsworth Chiefs that I've coached since he was a gremlin. And these two were kind of like running partners. They would exchange positions race after race. And that little boy couldn't even find you on the trail this year. He didn't know where you were. You were 5-7 spaces ahead of him. You were in a different, really in a different race than him. So anyways, I also got to see this guy perform. He's a bit of a singer. So on top of being a cross-country runner and just a brilliant student, I'm sure you're straight A's, he's also musical. So anyways, this is your last cross-country year at the youth level. Is that right? We're all sad about that. We do get you for track one more year. We're all happy about that. But we're also happy because most of us coaches get down there and we're able to watch the high school race and just know that we will be out there cheering for you. No matter if you're racing against our kid or our team or whatever it is, we'll always be there cheering for you. We'll always be watching you. And if you ever need anything, we're always here for you. I think I speak for all of us when I say that we love you very much. You're an incredible person. Do you want to say something? Does everybody want to hear him say something? Marley, will you come up and sing with him?
Under the sea for you to dance for all of us.
Come on, say something. Tell everybody what this team is.